Welcome everybody to STAGVIEW. Who do I have with me today?
You have Natassha Jones.
Natassha Jones. Welcome to STAGVIEW. Glad to have you here. I know it took a little while to get us here.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's okay. We're finally here.
It's fine. We're all fine. It's all good.
So Natassha,
Yes.
the world wants to know a little bit about you, how we got here, what you like, what you don't like, what your plans are. Ooh. So let's start with what you like.
I like everything. It's more like, what do I not like?
So when you say you like everything, I remember we spoke a little bit off camera and you said something like along the lines of, my motto is I'm down to try everything once.
Yeah. Anything once.
Down to try anything once.
Yeah.
So how has that been working out for you so far?
Really?
Let's talk about that. Like, I want to know, has anything once bit you in the ass?
Okay. Maybe one.
Just one. Just one.
Just one.
What? Please, we want to know when doing anything once goes wrong.
Just say no.
Just say no. Well, so like, a lot. We got to know what happened. How did we get to just say no?
We got to just say no with a dick.
With a dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Took a bit off a little bit more than I could chew.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
In a sense of size.
In the sense of size and vigor and animality, ferocity.
Jesus.
Couldn't fucking take it.
Oh man.
I tapped out multiple times. I could not go.
And that was this guy. Have you played with him since, or was that a one and done?
That was a one and done. That's it. Sorry, bro. I'm not going back.
You said there's a size limit for this, right?
It wasn't even the size. It was how it was used, too.
Oh, he was just aggressive.
Bam, bam, bam. Uterus. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too much.
That's so, that's funny thing to talk about, because I feel like a lot of guys go into sex and they just want to bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Do you prefer a slow, steady, like rhythmic motion, or do you like the slow, just like make love to me, or do you like the?
It depends on the
combination?
person. It depends on the person and the situation.
You can say it depends on the size.
No, it doesn't depend on the size at all.
No?
Granted, if you've got a 9-inch dick, you cannot shove it in and out that hard, that fast. It's just on nobody. Like, I don't want my uterus to be split in half. Thank you very much.
Facts.
And I can take it. But if you slam it with your entire body weight, that's gravity. Science. It makes sense. Now, it might be different if I did anal, but I don't do anal.
No anal.
No anal.
So I assume that you've done it at least once.
I have. So you want to hear this really interesting theory that me and another creator were discussing. So we were both talking. She does anal, right? She does anal like all the time. That's like her preference. She was out of the game for like 4 months or something like that, recovering and shit.
Recovery.
Yeah, recovering from something. I forget what it was. We had just met.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
we were discussing how she can take lots of anal, big, deep, all that. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not an anal person at all. And it's like, for me, we were talking about the nitty gritty of it, right? Like the sphincter. Like, I didn't want to, like, I can't open it up. Like, it's too tight. I remember I used to do anal when I was in my 20s, and it was fine as long as you went in slow. But in my 30s, it's like, it's so tight. I'm like, you can't get it.
So here's my question. Did you take, like, so you said in your 20s, so at what point in your 20s were you like, I don't know what anal, like, this shit's not, like, booty too tight? Or was
not
it like
everybody was into it.
Yeah, that's true, because I'm not a big anal person. Like, there's very few creators I do anal with, but I'm not like, ooh, there's a butthole, let me jump in it.
Yeah.
Like, hang out.
I've never been much like I could care either way. I have done it easily in the past, but I found it to be more and more difficult, like in the last couple of years. And we were discussing it, and we both do Kegels like crazy, just to keep everything tight. So if you have really good control over your Kegel muscles, you can kind of play it like an instrument. Your vagina literally becomes an instrument. I'll do it before I go to bed, and I'll squeeze up here, I'll squeeze down there, I'll relax, I'll pull in, and I'll do different varying. You ever heard that before?
Now I'm listening intensely.
So
this sounds like sorcery.
Yeah, so if you have control over your vaginal wall, and it's one muscle, but the muscle is like, think of it like a snake, how they can squeeze to like pull it down and release to let it go. It's the same thing, but inside the vagina, it's like there's lots of different places you can squeeze and relax all up and down. So if you have really good control over that and good strength, you can have more and more orgasms, multiple orgasms. You have rolling orgasms. This is why I'm able to have orgasms like that, is because I actually control the sex while I'm having it. So it doesn't always necessarily mean that the person who I'm having sex with is great. It's the fact that I am working my muscles to get myself to that point too. That plays a big part.
Holy shit. Didn't think I needed to learn anything else.
But there is a drawback. And this is what I was talking about with this other creator, is it actually makes your anal muscles, your sphincter tighter, and you can't relax it, because when you're doing Kegels, you're also working the anal muscles as well. Yeah, so you kind of like trade one for the other. You either have really good pussy game or anal. So which one would you rather have as a female? I'd say pussy.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, that's wow. That's wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was even possible, and I thought I knew a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You're the first woman I've ever heard that can tell me that she can basically play a flute with her vagina if she wanted to.
Yeah.
So
next time you have your fingers inside of me, I'll give you a demonstration.
Okay, I'm with that on every level.
I'll just have you put your fingers inside, and then I'll have you feel each part of my muscles contracting around your fingers, and you'll be able to tell it'll be in different places.
Well, I have little fingers, so.
Okay, you put your whole fist up there if you'd like.
Yes.
Yes. I have only fisted with one other person, and we didn't get it on film, like another van lifer.
Who else have you fisted with?
That was the only person. I fisted with one person. We were very successful. And I think your hand's actually smaller than his.
Well.
So you'll definitely be able to get it to your wrist.
Oh, wow. It's about to go down. All right. So now we know what you like.
Uh-huh.
So what have you been up to? So I see you had a breakout weekend at XBiz. You were all over the place.
Yeah.
I saw you with Mr. Thor.
Oh, my God.
You know, he was out here doing his thing.
What a beast.
What a beast.
That man is one beautiful god. Thor is the perfect name for him. Absolutely. Thor Johnson, like, whew. I'll go to bed at night, dream about him. Just for a little bit.
Just for a little bit?
Just to remember. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's dreaming about you, Thor.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, he knows.
Do you put a towel in the bed before you lay down?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Man,
Yeah.
that kind of dream.
I wake up in a puddle.
Whoa. So tell me about your experience with Thor, man. I've seen him popping up everywhere, man. He seems like a really nice guy. I haven't personally spoken to him. We were on two different paths when we were at XBiz. But it sounds like you have nothing but positive things to say, so I feel like we should give him a little minute.
Yeah, okay. So Thor is one crazy motherfucker. For real, for real. Like, he does not care. He doesn't care what's happening. So I was one of the few people the first day who was even walking around topless at XBiz. It's like, people were real conservative. And I'm like, I'm an exhibitionism. is the name of the game for me. Like,
Gotcha.
I love to put it all out there. I don't
that.
care. So I'm like, I'm hot. I can take my top off. Okay, I'm taking my top off. Nobody's going to stop me. And, you know, I'm talking to people at browsers. I'm talking at like Pornhub. I'm talking to different affiliates and things like that. And I got nothing but really positive responses from everybody I was talking to. Like, look at you. You must feel so good. Like, topless. Like, go you. I even had one chick from the hotel itself. She came out, this Hispanic lady. She was so sweet. She's like, you go, girl. She's like, nobody else is walking around here without their top on. Only you. And I'm like, well, there's a couple other.
Titties.
But I was like, oh, I love this. I love that, like, I was able to show my confidence. And, you know, when you're a creator, I feel like people go two different ways. They're either like really professional and they take from the business world and they continue to try and go in that direction.
Facts.
But what you forget is you do sex for a living. So my big thing is everybody that I work with, we always see some sort of vulnerability in each other and we're closer than like you're a coworker or, you know, even a sibling, because you've now shared something together. You've created a movie together.
Facts.
And like, you got to just live these moments and it's so much fun. But then there's the other people who are like, they're going to go out there and they're going to make their content and they're afraid to free the tatas or like walk around nude. But this is all coming back to Thor. Thor's like me. He doesn't give a fuck.
Facts.
He's like, if somebody wants me to cover up, then they can come over and tell me to cover up. But he's like, I'm going to get naked. And I'm like, cool. Me too. And we were like the only people for like a good couple hours who were in that pool naked.
I wasn't there, but when I came down, I did walk up and you were definitely sucking his dick on camera. I was like,
yeah,
in the pool, that's going to be some fire content.
Yep.
I wish my dick worked like that in the middle of this crowd, but hey.
But we had met each other earlier that night too. It wasn't just like poolside sucking his dick. Like, we went up to his hotel with his girl.
No. I mean, I don't know the detail. I'm just saying, by the time we got back down to the pool for the little neon party or whatever it was,
oh yeah,
I was like, oh, yep, that's Natassha. That's Thor. There's another girl that was there sucking. I was like, okay.
There was about 4 of us taking turns on his dick. It was like me and Brittany were taking turns primarily in the beginning. Then I was like, all right, cool. After like 20 minutes, I'm going to let other girls have a turn.
Yeah.
Then I walked over and hung out with you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
that was Thor. Shout out, man. You did your thing. You know, I hear you.
Yeah.
Live. So, with that being said, so what's next for Natassha now that you've done the X-Biz? I feel like you've made a lot of connections.
I did.
I know you got plans to do van life. We're going to get to that too. So what lead into the van life? What's next for Natassha Jones as far as the content side? Like, who do you want to collab with next? Who do you want to be like, hey, this is the person I want to make a movie with?
Oh, a movie.
Make a movie.
That's dope. Okay, so I'm really excited to work with CG13. He's out of Exotica, out of Chicago, where we met at Exotica up there.
Okay, bet.
And he's coming down to Miami along with our other buddy, Matty Ice. And he's this 19-year-old kid. Like, it's crazy to me because I'm like, I have to, don't tell me you're 19. You got to be at least 20, almost 21.
Gotcha.
I cannot deal. So I've like he said 19 the other night. We were talking on the phone. I was like, bro, you can't tell me that. He's like, well, I'm going to be 20 in like September. I don't care. Don't tell me.
I heard you like, yo,
don't fucking tell me. I don't know.
Listen, when I look at your ID, I'll figure it out then. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, just leave it alone. You're over 18. That's all I want to know.
You're legal. You're legal.
But we're going to film a reverse age gap.
Okay.
So we're going to be at a place for like, I'll have like an Airbnb or one of our houses or something like that.
Well, listen, you don't have to do all the details. Don't give out too much.
I'm not.
But
I'm so excited about it, though.
I see that.
Yeah, so ...
Yeah, there you go. But
it's going to be lit. Like, we've been talking about it for like a month nonstop on just like all the ways we're going to do it. And that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Okay, all right. So it sounds like you got some pretty exciting plans, and we look forward to seeing that video in detail. So now that you're here in the industry and you've now, got your foot in, got your toe wet, now it's, got your little momentum moving, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's up with the van? Like, I
The
remember when
van?
we first
Oh,
met
yeah.
in Atlanta, you were telling me about the van. Mm-hmm. So just break it down. What we doing with this van?
Okay, so it's going to be a school bus.
School bus.
Yeah. So I'm going to get a school bus. It'll be like Class C, 28 foot. It'll be big, but not too big. I was looking like.
Wait, hold on. You got so the school buses come in different sizes. I know you got the
do.
short bus and the long bus. I didn't know there was any ones in the middle.
Yeah, but and then there's school buses, and then there's shuttle buses and
Okay,
all
gotcha,
those
gotcha.
too, right? But here we're talking about specifically school buses. There's at least 3 sizes. I think there might be 4.
Okay.
Like one's more handicapped, one's an actual short bus. There's like a medium 28 foot, something like that. And then there's like the really long, like 32 seater kind of
Okay, gotcha.
bus. Yeah. Now I'm going to live in this thing, but I'm also going to shoot content.
Gotcha.
But I need to be able to drive through mountains. So it can't be too big. I want to be able to give variations to different shots that I can do inside, like between shower, bathroom, bedroom, like all sorts of different scenarios and lighting and scenes and stuff. But I gotta have to sacrifice some things because I need to be able to travel all over the country.
I mean, have you looked online at some of the things that they're doing to the school buses?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, honest to God, you could probably, even if you didn't want to pay somebody to do it, I'm sure that you could find like a blueprint on exactly DIY, build out my bus. This is how I did it.
Yep.
And then take what you need from that. Because I've seen them. Like, I've helped demo some things like that.
Yeah.
Like, I've helped demo a shuttle bus that they were going to turn into like the party buses.
Mm-hmm.
So I've taken all the little plastic chairs out and stuff. So I know it can be done relatively quickly if you have a wrench.
Yes, exactly.
and an impact gun. You can take the damn near whole bus apart in a couple hours.
Yeah, I just need an impact gun and I go boom, boom, boom. The hardest part for me will be not uninstalling and ripping shit out is carrying the metal things. I'm not strong. So
You've
let's
been
have
in
a
the
couple
gym?
guys.
You've been in the gym, bro.
I've been going to the gym, but I'm still not strong enough.
I feel that. I
I'll
feel
get
that.
there.
So you're gonna build a bus. You're gonna travel the United States and film content.
Yeah, I am.
That's gonna be crazy. I think that deserves a YouTube channel.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I think the day that you buy the bus, I think that deserves a YouTube channel. I think that starts it.
Yep. I completely agree. As soon as it's bought, all footage from there forward regarding the bus is going to be on film.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fucking lit.
Yeah, I'll have everything that you can do that's safe for work that's going to be on YouTube, and then everything after we close the doors on the set for YouTube videos. Then you go over to my other platforms that are, sexy.
Hell yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So,
Fill in the gaps.
You know what I forgot? I typically ask a little bit about people's childhoods, just a little bit,
Okay.
because I always want to know, were you
Shit,
all?
I did not. We were going deep.
Listen, I always go a little deep because nobody talks about their childhood, but I want to know were you always sexual as a youngster? And when I say so, were you always freaky? Like, did you lose your virginity early, per se, 14, 15, or were you a late bloomer and then it kind of like took off?
Not because I wanted to.
You didn't want to be a late bloomer?
No,
She's like, I was trying.
It was no. Okay, so so a little bit of a backstory. I've been horny since I was like 5 years old. I've been masturbating.
Okay.
Yeah. So like started humping the pillow and shit.
Okay, you can remember that.
Oh,
This is,
yeah.
like young.
Oh my God. Yeah. I remember the feeling of like getting off for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy. There were some times that I was, as a kid, you're masturbating and you do something like, maybe I should have done that.
Yeah.
And you get a little creeped out, or feel like that was wrong.
Yeah.
You're like just trying to get yourself some pleasure.
Yeah.
And it throws you off. I'm like, okay, well, I'm never going to do that again. I'm going to go over here and do something else. So I've always been very, very sexual.
Gotcha.
But I was homeschooled
Oh, okay.
with a very religious family who did not believe in me dating or anything like that.
Okay, so you were very sheltered as a
Yeah, and I had a Hispanic father growing up, so
Gotcha.
he was like, "Hell no, you can't date, you can't kiss, you can't." I couldn't even hang out with my friends unless there was more than one person there. We went to the mall. I'm like 17 years old, and I have to go to the mall with my little sister who's 4 years younger because I can't even be at the mall by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like always that person.
That had to be tough. That had to be tough.
was.
So, at what point did you get to like turn into the Phoenix? When did?
Ooh, I started finding ways of like sneaking and doing things. So like accidentally losing my sister at the theme park and like blowing my boyfriend in the sky tram.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Exactly.
So I started doing that around like 17 years old.
See, that's the shit right there that parents don't get. When they
Yeah.
shelter your kids, they will
Go
find a
fucking
way.
crazy.
They will go crazy. They will find a way.
But I stayed innocent. Like I had bouts of slutting out when I was single, but I was innocent for like 15 years. And then
15 years from when?
From when I was like...
So what age did it crack? When did you like, all right, fuck it?
Last year, really.
Last year?
Yeah.
As soon as last year. So you're still fresh to all this.
I am very fresh. Like up until this point, the most I ever done was have a rotation of boys, and they all knew about each other.
Okay.
And I'd be like, all right, I'm fucking him today. No, I'm going to go fuck my other guy tomorrow, so I can't see you. That was the most.
Okay.
Like I never done swinger parties.
Gotcha.
I've never done an orgy. I hadn't even eaten a girl out.
Wow. So
Yeah.
all that's happened in 365.
Yeah.
Damn. So Atlanta, you were super fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So that was your first like lifestyle content event party?
Yeah.
Whoa. And you gave me an epic hand job there too.
I know I was so mad I couldn't put my mouth on your dick.
I was like, man. Oh.
Why he's barking. Hey. What's happening? It's fine. Go lay down.
All right. Sorry for the interruption. Pup heard something. So
That was weird. Anyway.
But yeah, so yeah, that was a wild weekend, and I can't believe that was your first time. But I'm glad it was because you were with a lot of good people, and it was a safe environment.
I'd never been around so many people naked.
Yeah, and not giving a fuck, right?
And I was like, ooh, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. I've never been given permission to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I've had this mentality my whole life, even though I had a lot of sex in my 20s and 30s. I still did stuff. I still did like BDSM and like got into that stuff, but it was all still fairly safe.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't until recently I was like, oh my God, I'm single. Literally, I'm single for the first time in my entire life for longer than like 3 months. I've been just single and like not even interested, not even caring about being in a relationship, just kind of going with the flow and meeting all these cool people. And it's like the best. For the first time I get to think for myself.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I've never had.
Gotcha. So you've always been like married, relationships.
Yeah.
Things like
and I wasn't allowed to do things.
Gotcha. So you went from being sheltered, wild out a little bit, met a guy that then ended up
Sheltering me.
you again because you ended up finding your father.
Right.
Gotcha. So
over and over fucking again.
Oh man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm also happy because it brought you to this place. So now you get to have fun. You get to spend the rest of your days enjoying yourself and living the life that you want to have until you find somebody who moves on the same path as you. You can enjoy it. And now you know what you like, what you don't like, what you want, what you don't want. You still have your moral compass of what's good and bad, but it's all in your hands.
Yeah, but that's you can kind of see now where that I'll try anything once comes from.
Hell yeah.
Because now I've given myself permission to do what I want without having to second guess or question or like ask my significant other, do you think it's okay if I do this? No, I don't give a fuck if you think that I could do this or not. I'm just going to do it because I have decided for myself, yes, it's safe. Yes, I'm going to be okay. Yes, this is what I want to do, like checking in on myself regular. And if I think it's okay, then I'm going to do it.
Exactly. But I think that it's commendable that you've taken that back to yourself, because I think everybody's entitled to make those decisions for themselves. Like, I don't think that because you get married to a man or you marry a woman that you lose the ability to think for yourself and decide for yourself. Yeah, there's a committee now, you know what I mean? But ultimately you live in you. So if your spouse doesn't agree with something that you feel you need to do, I think ultimately you have to do it in order to keep your sanity, or you're going to develop a sense of resentment towards your spouse, which you're then going to carry into everyday things, which then leads to more resentment, which leads to you doing things like sneaking around or just doing what you want, instead of you guys coming to a mutual realization that you have to experience things. You know, and everything that my wife wants to experience, I don't always want to fucking experience, but everything I want to experience, she don't necessarily want to experience.
Right.
But we're a partnership, so you got to do it like that. And if you can't, if the person you're with can't respect that partnership in that light, then it's like, motherfucker, I got to do me.
Exactly.
I got to do me.
Yeah, I feel like other people have grown up like the opposite of me, right? They were given the ability to always think for themselves.
Yeah.
And I just never had that option. I didn't know that I didn't have that ability until recently.
Facts.
Yeah, it's like a new discovery. And I'm like, shit, I can do whatever I want. That's why I'm going to experience anything. I'm going to fuck somebody at the edge of a waterfall. You know, go to like hang out in a tunnel or something and pet a bear. I don't know.
You don't know. But guess what? It's going to happen.
Exactly.
Whatever it is, it's going to happen.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hashtag goals.
Goals. Fuck on a waterfall. For real, for real. Goals.
Yes.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming and kicking it with me. I look forward to running this interview back in a couple of months to see where you are at. I know that you're going to climb and be a star because you are out here trying it, doing it, beating it up. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what's next? I don't know, but we shall soon see. This is STAGVIEW with Lupe, and you are?
Natassha Jones.
And can you let them know where they can find you at, Natassha?
You can find me on every platform, basically, between Twitter and Instagram to OnlyFans, Fansly, Unfiltered, etc. But it's going to be Natassha Jones, 2 S's, and Natassha because I put an ass in that name.
Oh, shit. I love it. That's so fun.
Natassha with an ass in the middle.
I love it. Natassha with an ass in the middle because she put an ass in that name. All right. I'm Lupe.
Natassha Jones.
And this is STAGVIEW. Peace.